Yeah. Hey. Welcome to the network. Squad was popping. You already know what it is. Welcome to the dope bar. You know what I'm saying? And we got some hip hop royalty in the building. We got 07 in the building. How you doing, G?
Peace, Almighty. Doing great, man. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yeah. This been a long time coming. You feel me? We've been needing to link up and talk. Now, y'all know we at the dope bar. Normally we drinking something. Today it's just a good old cup of that Joe. You feel me? So big shout out to Steel Bridge Coffee. You know I'll be sipping on it.
They're looking out for reminding me. I got my chlorophyll water over here.
Let's go. Let's go. You feel
Let me
me?
get a little sip of that before we get started.
Yeah.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Get up.
Which I usually drink on the show.
Oh man, it always changes. Last week we had it was this liquor called it's Alvarado liquor. It got this real sweet, smooth taste, but it's kind of strong. The week before that, I had my own wine. You know what I'm saying? So I got my signature series gold standard wine. So we switch it up, and then a lot of times I just get that good old fashioned slurpage. You know what I'm saying? Some good coffee.
Okay. That sounds good. It's been I was just talking to some family over the last couple of days, and like I've always been like a cognac guy.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed, some red wine from time to time, but I haven't had a drop of alcohol since my last album release party, which was July.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look. So, hey, this business, you need a good. I gotta sip something.
Gotta get a body a break sometimes.
You feel me? Yeah. I would say this past year and a half, I became a wine connoisseur. Like that's of course why I made my own brand, but me and the Queen, we are part of a wine club, at this restaurant called Cooper's Hawk. Shout out to Cooper's Hawk. And I learned so much there, like with the different type of wines go good with certain type of foods. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'm like, nobody want no sweet red wine, but sometimes you got meals that sweet red is perfect for. So I've been learning some things about the wine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me, like some of the reds that I rock with ain't necessarily so sweet. Like
yeah.
I've always liked a good glass of Merlot.
Yeah.
Some Cabernet,
Come on.
some what's this joint? Is this joint that's heavy and
And it kind of got that dry taste to it.
It's dry, but it's like it's I want to say it's semi sweet. It's Cab. It's not Pinot. A nice glass of Pinot is good from time to time.
Yeah.
But
Facts.
it'll come to me. It'll come to me later.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel you, and I had some Merlot that went fire with her because normally I was like, yeah, I ain't in the mood for this. The lady was like, look, get it with the because I had the chicken parmesan. Said you got the chicken parm, trust me, it's gonna hit. And I'm like, all right, it took a couple bites, did my sip, and I was, ooh. Yeah, it just right. So I was like, okay, it's dope when you find certain foods that work with it. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
All right, so we gonna dive in. OSVN, explain the name and what it means.
So the spelling was just a way to really highlight just some originality and to make it simple and memorable because the name is 07 and it's actually short for Omnipotent Allah, peace of the gods and earth.
Yes.
So what I did is I took my name and just to simplify it, I took out the E's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it would be
Yeah.
OSEVN, but I just took out the E's and made it a little more unique.
Yeah.
Okay, word.
Yeah, and it's perfect, and I love, and one thing I love about artists is artists um, who got depth in more than just the music they put out. There, that's already just in your name itself is a whole thing of unpackaging of what you bring a layer to who you are, and I feel like those type of things are important when it comes to um, sharing your stuff yourself and your work to an audience, you know what I'm saying? Because just off of that alone, before people hearing anything, there's already a connection. Off rip, they know, okay, this ain't no cat that's just going that's out here sipping on this bub and it ain't you feel me? It ain't nothing like that. They know they about to get some substance just by off. They it kind of like when you when you going somewhere and it's like, oh, what's your name? Oh, my name is Bob or my name is Mike. But if you like, oh, what's your name? Mr. Harris, that Mr. Harris, they're like, oh, they feel like they got to be a little more professional. They got to show you some respect. You know what I'm saying? You that radiates off of you to be able to have that just to command that. So, what part of your life do you think that that started from to where you started having this this lifestyle and this outlook to where you are presented this way? You ain't just presented just some regular black dude that rap off the street. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, first of all, love and respect, man. Um, and peace to everybody that can see and hear this. Um, names are important. You know what I'm saying? Names are important. Peace to my children, my daughter Essence, my son Divine Light, and my son Onyx Amir. Right? Names are important.
Yeah,
And when I first learned about who we are as a people, truth about who we are as a people, and the regular
yeah.
black guy, you see, the regular black guy is an incredible being. You see what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
The black man is God. So the
Come on.
first time that I learned about who we are as a people, you know what I'm saying, it took me on a course of self transformation, and
Yeah.
that's when it was important to make a shift as far as my name goes. My given name is already unique and original because my mother named me after like an Indian doctor that saved her life. But
Wow.
yeah, but after I learned about who we are, I took on um, some teachings and a culture, lifestyle, and became who I am. Took on this thing
Yeah.
and found
One
found
thing
out.
that I appreciate about you and because I've known a little bit this for a while since we've been talking and following the page and things of that nature. Um, I know others that that had come to this realization and appreciation of of who they are and of that culture, but they are not so they're I would say kind for sake of argument. They're not kind to people who ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you don't believe this or you into that? Nah, I'm good. One thing about you is it don't matter what the walk of life is. It's peace king, peace queen. It's all love. It's always respect, and that's amazing to be able to have that outlook and to give that out. That outlook. Why do you think that is that there are people who don't have that? Um, that same approach.
So I think first of all, I think your question is a great question. Um, I think that I think that understanding and maturity uh,
Yeah,
uh, is what that is there. Because when you recognize and understand that when you are seeing your brother and sister, you're seeing yourself,
yeah,
right? Then you're gonna treat them with the utmost, respect. Once you understand the value of people, you know what I mean, then you automatically deal with in a more respectful and appreciative way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I think that everybody that I meet in this life is important to me, you know what I'm saying, because they're going to show me one or two things: how to live my life in a better way or how not to live my life. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I just got to be wise enough to see the lesson, you know what I'm
Come
saying,
on.
in that. So yeah, man, everybody that I come across is valuable and important, and at the foundation of everything, man, should be respect. So that's just how I come at it.
Man, that's freaking amazing, bro. And in all honesty, it's not cliche when I say we need more people on this planet that got that outlook and have that way of life, bro. It's crazy just the amount and how young it's being taught too. Literally just the other day, yesterday, my nephew got in trouble at school just because there's a disabled kid in the class and like, what's wrong with you? And da 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 da, ha ha ha, kiki. And one of the questions was like, where you learned that from? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that from? And it was something that, something that he watched with these kids that do pranks and that way. But it's like it's that generation of stuff that's already appealing to these kids. The boy not even in second grade yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're getting these ways and this mindset so much younger, and it's all because of what we've had. I remember showing my sister, my shout out to my younger sister Novi. She's just a different breed. She's 17 now, not into what the average 17-year-old are into these days. Like, she got her vinyl record player. She loved listening to older music, and she in there listening to jazz. I'm like, what's she? And I just love how artistic she is. And we were showing her that old Jackson 5 movie, The American Dream. And when I was watching the movie, I was seeing how when they were kids before he was teaching them and training them, him and his band, Joe Jackson and his band, they back there doing their thing. And I'm like, if this was 2024, they wouldn't be doing sugar pie, honey bun. It'll be some rappers like rolling on the block and we're sitting on the ops and it'll be that. And I'm like, that's crazy. These kids with all this talent see them doing that, and that's their upbringing. I'm like, these kids today, they're seeing the spinning the blocks, rolling up on the ops, and it's like, oh, I was like, us as men, like that's a responsibility I feel that we got as men to get our younger generation, in a better place. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all of this craziness in the world that's going on, and you having, kids of your own, like, what type of steps and do you do to, prepare them for the craziness that's coming? Because the craziness is out there in the world. They have no choice but to come across it eventually. So, what type of steps do you take personally, and what would you advise to other people, like, for them to?
Well, again, man, like I appreciate the question. I think that it's always about the example because
Yeah.
first of all, the babies are the greatest, and
Yes.
they learn it from us. Focus got to be on what we showing them and what they giving up. If they in the world doing what they know to be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for me, just to backtrack some and get into the respect aspect of it. You know, I first of all, again, my children, letting them know who they are is important, and giving them an example of how to live is important, right?
Yeah.
Um, because they're being bombarded every day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like at one point in time, there was a balance. You know what I'm saying? Even on the radio,
Yeah.
it was some kind of balance where you would hear um, some positive artists, whether it was who's an artist that you don't really hear too much talk about these days.
Like
Let's say
Common,
let's
I'll
say your
say.
Chubb Rocks. Let's say your Chubb Rocks or Public
Yeah.
Enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? J. Rue the Damager, who never
Come on.
really got a lot of airplay, but that was an important artist, right?
Exactly.
You had that all the while. You had um hardcore acts, hardcore artists, you know what I'm saying? You had Mob Deep and
Come on.
you know what I'm saying? You had the Wu where it was a balance, right?
Yeah.
Um and so now because of who really controls
Yeah.
this art form, right? The people that created the art form are not the people necessarily responsible for putting it on the airwaves,
Exactly.
for controlling how it's getting to the people or whatnot.
Come on.
And so, our children are always being bombarded by a certain kind of message, whether it's, to be over sexualized or over criminalized and shit. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's important to get in that balance. Um, and so I'm qualified to talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm real intentional with what it is that I do put out in the world. In fact, even with the most hard shit that I make,
Yeah.
I oftentimes I have my children listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and they'll be riding with me a lot of times when I'm playing a couple of tunes just to be creative. So, I'm mindful of what I'm putting out in the world,
Yeah.
and I think that that's a big part of it. Also, right? Because we were talking about respect first and foremost. I let my children know, right? Because children are always real honest,
Yeah.
and children could be merciless when they come to school and growing up, right? They could tease each other and be and real ill, right?
Yeah.
Um, sometimes short people can make fun of tall people,
Yep.
um, and so I use this example for them too, right? I let them know, like, yo, here go the short person. They actually need a tall person because the tall person is seeing things that the short person can't see from a great distance,
Come on.
right? But here go the tall person needs a short person too because the short person is seeing things that the tall person is overlooking. I
Exactly.
mean, all the time.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's just a matter of understanding that we need each other to respect each other. You know what I'm saying? That it's all one and we all one. You know what I mean? That tends to solve a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of times it's as simple as that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's really what I try to teach my children
Yeah.
and the children that I know, the children that got an influence in their life.
Come on.
Um, the universe is one. That's why the first three letters is uni. You know what I'm saying? And
Ooh.
so ain't
Ooh.
nothing outside of us. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
It's us. So again, when we're looking at each other, deal with each other, we got to see ourselves. And it's easy because without people, you know what I mean? It's this certain message is self-hate, spinning the blocks and spinning the block to kill the ops and all this other shit. Like it's this message is self-hate is
Yeah.
always pushed. It's easy to rob from somebody that looks like you. It's easy to hurt somebody, kill somebody that looks like you when you've been taught to hate yourself. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
right.
Yeah. That remind me. I love when I look at movies from way back, like 10 years, 15 years back. When I see them as my age now, because I'm like, dang, I missed that or I missed this. I remember Tales from the Hood, the original one.
Oh,
There's a scene at the end of it where after old boy gets shot, instead of just dying, going heaven or hell, he in this in between, and it's almost like a prison, almost before you go to whichever place you're gonna go. So he in the cell right next to a Klansman. So when he realized, dude, KKK, cussing them clean out. Oh, but crack of this, crack of that, doing us, killing all my people. Da 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 da. Dude sitting there chilling. White Klansmen say, so you in here for killing a whole bunch of people? You damn right. Da, da, da. Got 58 bodies on mine. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. He's like, all of them are black, wasn't it? He's like, oh dang. And then he went minded his business.
mm, mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang.
That's a big reality to face, yo. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of a lot of a lot of so-called tough guys get real sweet and quiet when police come around and shit. You know
Facts.
what I mean? Growing up, me and my people, um, we got into quite some trouble fighting against the police, physically getting into altercations with the police.
Uh,
We had problems in the neighborhood. It's gonna make sense, right? Because if you live in a neighborhood where it's just you two, You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You're gonna have quarrels. You're gonna have and maybe some quarrels that arise and beefs that come out amongst the people and shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, we knew who our enemies were coming up. I mean, yeah,
We always got to pay these bills. We got '07 in the building. This welcome to the Dope Bar. We'll be right back. Let's get it.
yeah.
College students need music for peace, and you need an audience. Access the college radio directory and make your voice heard. Your music deserves a spot in the college radio mix. Grab the college radio directory from us and reach students looking for peace. Get access to the phone numbers, emails, and social media handles of college radio DJs, coordinators, and directors. College students are tuning in to de-stress, so make sure they are tuning in to you. And be heard by students who are craving a break, so get your music to where it matters. Independent artists unlock the college radio airwaves. Access the college radio directory now.
I even got your own paid gigs. Get at us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back, Bar. So we got '07 in the building. You
La
feel
paix,
me?
la paix, la paix.
Yeah. So, let's dive into this music. You know what I'm saying? So, when did you first pick up the pen and realize this is what it was going to be? This is how I'm feeding the family. Like, when did that start?
Um, it started out of love, man. It started out of loving this music, this culture. It started off, being in a lunchroom at school and beating on tables
Yeah.
and making, what I'm saying, and that kind of thing, and being outside on the corners with my peoples and and freestyling and spitting. It started off with me and my brother, my cousin, and trying to see who could write the best raps. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And after a while, after doing it for fun, uh, and experimenting with people that I knew, uh, once I realized that I had some talent and a real network, I wanted to put my toe in the pool, put my foot in the pool,
Yeah.
and uh, and just like most artists coming up, there was a lot of inexperience and mistakes made. That was another part of what I was going to say too. Right, with my children and what we're showing too. I put my mistakes in front of them. That's important. I
Yeah.
let them know
It
mistakes.
really is.
Yeah, a lot of times adults hide their mistakes and shit. But I gotta let you know what I did wrong too, so that you can avoid making the mistakes.
Come on.
Um, word, and it's the same thing. So early on, I experimented. I was part of a couple of groups, um, and I ended up continuing. Uh, I got with one of my good brothers, yo. Peace to Synergy right now, and peace to Synergy, peace to Fred Ones, peace to Reno, ex who gave us a spark. Me and my
Yeah.
brother Synergy became this group called Undeniable over a decade ago,
Okay.
and that was one of the pivotal moments where I really became more serious with this music. I have released
Yeah.
like mixtapes and stuff prior to being a part of that group, And once I did that, we started releasing music in a more professional manner.
Yeah.
That was a real spark for me.
Man, that's what's up, bro. And it's the foundation is such a strong one. Because I say nowadays we're at a place where, with social media, the way that it is, uh I would dare to say 80% of the artists that are now saturating the market don't even got a true love for the music. You know what I'm saying? It's just I can use this thing and use these loop packs to make whatever this beat is, use this AI program to give me a cool mix and master, throw some auto tune on it, and they like dudes ain't even really paying for studio time like that. They're recording it from their phones now, and a lot of them are doing it because it's the cool thing to do. Oh, it used to be talk to somebody. Oh, what do you do? Oh, yeah, I rap. I do music. Oh man, now it's I rap and do music. And okay, my homeboy do music, and his dude across the corner do music. You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing now. You know what I'm saying? So I like hearing that foundation, the beating on the table. That was it at its truest form. No clout from like a big major worldwide audience. It's whoever's in the area. We're all on a vibe and doing some good times. And I always love that I'm one of those dudes that know how to beat and rap at the same time. I know a lot of people can't do it, which is weird to me.
That's an incredible talent, yo.
I'm telling you, but they used to call me from into the lunchroom in school. I used to be at all 3 lunches. We had 3 different lunches, and they, 2 of my homeboys, they were like runners. They'd run from there, always do stuff from the office and go pick people up. So they'd always come to my class with a fake pass and be like, "Oh, they need Blaze down at the office." Everybody like, "Ooh, get out there." Yeah. So they beating at lunch. So I go right to the table or right to the, or the table where everybody growled up at. They know what's up. I go to beating, cypher.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that if you making music because you want to get girls, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, like we all adults, right? And responsibilities is real. So, I really want to I'm really working to make this a legacy thing where many things that feed future generations of my family come from this, right?
Yeah.
But again, the root for me is love, is actual love and appreciation for the culture and art form. And I think that if you're just doing it just for the sake of money, if you're doing it just for the sake of fame, if you're doing it to get girls or to be cool, I think you could hear it in the music too. And
Facts.
I think that you can hear a difference when it's genuine love for it. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. I got cussed out the other day. Well, not really cussed out, but the dude kind of OG kind of scolded me. So when I was just showing him, letting him know, he's like, "Oh, what you got going on with the radio station, this, that, and the third?" I'm like, "Yo, man, I'm showed the latest artists we're working with. You on that list as one of the latest. So as I'm playing them music, you feel me? So he hear the song now immediately because the conversation we were having before, he was showing me some stuff that his peoples was doing, and it was all a lot of that fast pace, this and that. So right before yours went to play, I'm like, yeah, so this normally ain't, what you hear, ain't none of them fast beats or whatever, but check it out. And I got the cuss out for giving him the disclaimer. He was like, first off, this music right here is the realest thing that you got on the station, and the fact that you gave a disclaimer, you need to check yourself, young blood. That I'm talking about, gave it to me, and I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I get that. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? So, just that I had to let you know that. I wanted to let you know that like 3 days ago, but I'm glad I got to let you know that now. But yeah,
shout out to the brother that appreciated the music and everybody that's out there and appreciates what it is that I'm creating and putting out to the world.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely want to know. So the album is released, Voila, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Voila,
So
Voila Part 1 is available on all streaming platforms at
Yeah,
this very moment in time. So whatever your favorite medium to listen to music, you can look it up. It's spelled VWA space LA. Voila. And part two is a couple of singles from Voila 2 that are available on streaming platforms. Uh, Everything else is available exclusively on my site, which is
nice.
O7space.com. That's OSVNSPACE.com. You know what I mean? Where you can not only get some really, really dope music, but you can also get some really great merchandise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Including like this fly by nature hat you see me wearing right
let's
now.
go.
You know what I'm saying? There's tons of really dope merchandise on my site where you can purchase sweaters, coasters, a journal, sweatpants, all kind of fly shit. And there's more on the way too. And
Yeah,
on top of that, I'm real big on supporting my people. So 90% of the time, 95% of the time, if you see me out on the street, I'm usually wearing, if it's not my own gear, it's clothing that's made from people that I know. Shout out to my brother Dozer, the drug dealer, with this.
let's go.
This is one of his shirts, and it's called "Everything Ain't for Everybody." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh, yeah.
yeah, I
So
love that. I love that.
word. So make sure y'all go support my brother too. All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all see it at the bottom of the screen. You know what I'm saying? O7space.com. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. So when we get that merch. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
You definitely the total package when it comes to we're just gonna go from the business end right now. It's the total package. As I look through the socials, you kind of do it all. Like I see you at live performances. I see you featured on different tracks. I see you got the remix for the singles out there. I see the music videos. You see you with the kids. You see you what I'm saying at different events. You know what I'm saying. You had posted the other day. You were at I know it was like it was a Haitian event. It looked like it was. Definitely saw a lot of Haitian flags out there.
Oh yeah,
I think you were saying
yeah,
something like you were saying that you meant to post it and you posted it on there or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. It was a Labor Day parade. Oh, and real quick on
Yeah,
social media, I'm heavy on IG more than anything. I'm on TikTok too now. I got blocked off of Facebook last year. Somebody hacked into that, and I ain't been able to really
yeah,
get back. But on Instagram, you can follow me at _ OSVN _. All right, that's the best way for you to reach out to me aside from my website,
yeah,
O7space.com. Um, the event that you talking about that you saw with all the Haitian flags and such, that was
yeah,
at the Labor Day parade out here in New York, which is a real big deal. It's also known as the West Indian American Day
yeah,
Carnival. Uh, so I got a chance to tap into that, and that's something that is a real big um moment culturally here in New York, right?
yeah,
Because that's the biggest parade in North America, if I'm not mistaken, overall. And people from Haiti, original people, Aboriginal people of the planet, right? From
yeah,
Haiti, from Jamaica, from Trinidad and Tobago, from Guyana, from the whole of Caribbean,
yeah,
really
yeah,
show out. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be it was I want to say I want to give an accurate number, but let me not do that. Just look it up and you'll see. You know what I mean, there's tons of footage available
yeah,
for years of this parade going on, but it's the biggest parade in North America. And so that's the first time I got a chance to participate and be a part of that in like a decade. So I came out to rep with the people.
yeah. That's dope. Yeah. One of the things that I try to stay out of, and speaking about is politics and what go on with presidency and all of that stuff. What I will say is just I know people personally that have been affected by the Donald Trump saying they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Like I know a friend of mine got his business. Him and his mom got a business. Rocks through the window. Spray painting on their window, their walls, like stop stealing our pets. Then that, both of them born here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like with things of that nature going on, have you seen or uh anyone of Haitian community or whatever felt any type of impact from that? I'm not sure people that ain't in Springfield dealing with it, but clearly the message was worldwide. The footage of it is worldwide. It's all over social media, all that craziness. So have you felt any type of effects or know people around that have any effects of that?
Well, I'm gonna say this, right? Again, I'm grateful for where I live, where I grew up, because Corona, Queens, Jackson Heights, New York are the most diverse neighborhoods in the world.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so you get a chance to have a lot of exchanges with people from all walks of life, um, that are seasoned in different ways.
Mm.
And so there's a great amount of respect and understanding that exists here because of that, right?
Yeah.
Um, a lot of that ignorance with the eating the cats and the dogs, um, that really wasn't felt out here like that. See, when you go outside of New York, in New York City in particular, um, is a lot less diversity, and
Yeah.
so you know, it's gonna be easier to spread lies and fictions like that, right? And I think that if anybody got good sense, and has been watching and listening to what's been going on in the world in the last 4 years, the last 8 years,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause we went through some real interesting times,
Yeah.
uh, in the last 8 years. This pandemic was real, and it gave people the chance to be still and look at things,
Yeah.
with a different perspective, right? Um, we also had during this time the same person that's out helping to spread this misinformation about such an important group of people. But like this person who is so irresponsible and desperate for attention and votes, and then the other person, the other candidate ain't great neither. And
Yeah.
it's always this way, right? It's
Yep.
always this way in this country where this circus is done for the
Exactly.
people, right? To choose one out of two clowns. Um, but this person is shown a consistent um, pattern of being very irresponsible and reckless
Yeah.
when speaking. And so
Yes.
you had this commander in chief, right? The commander in chief stand in front of the American people, and with health professionals and experts standing aside alongside him.
Come
So
on.
about it might be a good idea to inject Lysol and stuff into your arms and stuff. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
people and you got people that was taking that seriously.
That did it.
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're gonna get your information from sources like this, then you need to evaluate yourself. You know what I
Facts.
mean? For every black person that you come across, everybody that ain't original, everybody that is not aboriginal, everybody that's not black, anytime you see a black person, you go up to them and you show them the utmost love and respect. You tell
Straight
them
up.
thank you and be grateful because everybody on the planet come from these people, come from the original people of the planet. You know what I'm
Come on.
saying? So be grateful. Also, whenever you see somebody that's of Haitian descent, anybody that is Haitian, you better say thank you. You better be grateful
Come on.
because the epitome of freedom fighters, the
Come
epitome of
on.
people that fought for freedom in the world is the Haitian people. You know what I'm saying? The first free country to come out of slavery and colonialism is Haiti. And that's
Come
the
on.
reason why Haiti's always painted as such an ugly um, brushstroke for such. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So so that's really what that is. And to think that um, To think that people are taking that kind of narrative serious is crazy. That
Yeah.
Haitians are out here eating cats. People in this country eat venison.
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? People in this country eat horse,
Come on.
eat gator, eat all kind of wild shit, yo. You know what
Come
I'm
on.
saying? We were talking about fish eggs and trying to make that attractive and a bloody steak and all that. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? With all due respect, look, I rarely ever get sick. So I've really been burning the candle both ends, which is why I got the running nose and
Yeah.
such.
Yeah.
When you live a certain kind of way, you see the results. And this November marks 31 years for me not eating meat of any kind. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Not no fish, not no chicken, nothing. None of it. If it flies, swims, crawls, that is none of
Wow.
that on my system. Word. And a simple way to put it, right? Just to share with y'all for real. Because when you are a father or a parent, you automatically become a teacher. And you gotta
Yeah.
find ways to take complicated things and make it simple. I just tell my children and young people that I know, like, yo, the human body ain't a cemetery.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? When a creature dies, like you could call it meat if
Wow.
you want to. You could call it meat if you want to, but it's really a dead animal. And when animals die, you put them in the ground, not in your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
God,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah. It's simple like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
So yeah,
I'm
Haitians
ready
ain't
for the
out here
comment
eating cats
section.
and dogs. Haitians ain't out here eating cats and dogs. You better believe it. And Haitian people love tasso and griot and a bunch of other crazy,
Man.
oxtail and pork and all kinds. A lot of Haitians eat that
Yeah.
and mad chicken and turkey, but
Come
cats and
on.
dogs is unreal. Don't believe that bullshit.
Yeah. And I hear it's crazy that became a thing. I remember that becoming a thing back when I was in elementary school. It was a thing. Then it went away for a little bit, and now him saying this, it brought a lot of that out. And it's crazy, like the way things are, because me having a platform, I get to this place. One of the ways that I make money to put back into the platform, one of the ways is through the social media. So if it's posting funny memes, videos, or whatever, and Trump gave me a slew of entertainment to pick at and use, but then I stopped simply because
Yo, you breaking up a little bit. Can you hear me all right?
so yeah, I was doing the different memes or whatever, and of course I took a bunch of the Trump saying the eating cat dog thing and was getting a lot of views, comments, and stuff. But once I told you, like a friend of mine was saying how I heard a school was getting bomb threats and all of this craziness. I'm like, dang, I didn't even think of the type of impact just that alone had. And I'm like, I'm talking about 30 million views, 40 million. I got some viral posts pushing this, even though it's in a not a serious form, it's a joke form. That's still real. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh man, it's every
Yeah.
single thing we do. We really kind of got to be intentional with how we put it out. When we put things out, because it's like in this world is just surrounded by a lot of craziness, and it is a reminder to like, this is why you ain't just a loose cannon and putting things out. This is why you take your time and you are the way that you are, as far as being, I always like to say cerebral assassin, because I'm very cerebral with the things that I do. I like, even with raps and lyrics, like I love the art form of just rapping. I love it. It's like, I ain't talking about the art that your little 3-year-old that you put on the refrigerator. I'm talking about that art that dudes is breaking into museums, to kill security, steal it, and people killing each other, making fakes and selling it for billions. I'm talking about that type of art is what I enjoy when it comes to music, and everything that I do. It's cerebral with how I put stuff down, and I notice that do when you do your music, it's kind of that same mindset. You're saying what you're saying for a reason. The song that you did that caused so much controversy, and I loved it, was the one where you had the skits playing in between when you're talking to you're talking to the I can't remember what it's called. You're talking to the girls about how they acting fast. This and yeah.
Yeah, you talking about a song called Tout Noir, which means
Yes, that
black
one.
hole. Yeah, black hole. That was a real controversial piece with Kevin Samuels
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between
Wow.
Remember the Perfection, rest in peace. Remember the Perfection, Kevin
Yeah.
Samuel, who was a very necessary voice
Yes.
in the world with during the time that he was physically here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to backtrack on what you said about the posts with Trump and all that,
Hmm.
a lot of people did that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's why these things go viral or whatnot. But again, there's a certain kind of responsibility that we all got.
Yeah.
Big things start from small things. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yep.
so, yeah, man, we gotta be careful because a lot of dangerous information is put out there
Facts.
about our people in order to make it easier to do wicked shit to our people because people ain't looking at us as people no more. You know what I mean?
It
Uh,
exactly, and we can go. It's crazy how deep we can go and to that place. But I also love being able to go to a place to where it's glorifying our people. I did this event. Me and shout out to my business partner, Mr. Cooper. We did this event at Boca Raton Championship Wrestling. It's an independent wrestling promotion, and when we first get there, we always get there early because we do media, and all the wrestlers selling their merch, some taking pictures, some doing this. But I noticed when we was there, the photographer, black, one of the guys that was getting the lights, whatever, black, the podcaster, black, this, the referee, black, and I was just like, we was just looking, and it just felt so good to just see our people shining in a lot of these other areas where they're not getting the credit for, and so I was just excited just to go holler at them, just, yo, bro, so you got, yeah, man, and doing the pictures, this and that, they always try to give it, it took them forever to take me seriously. So, and all of them had a story of how they had to fight and go over the extra humps because they was black to get it done. But once they got it done, now everybody want to hire them, and it was just, oh, just like forget throwing flowers to our people. Go ahead and adjust the crown. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. And I ain't knocking no other race. I ain't knocking no Indians, Caucasian, Japanese. I ain't knocking none of y'all. I'm just saying that our melanated brothers and sisters, our melanated kings and queens, is like it just feels good when I see us winning and thriving in areas
same,
where people feel like we ain't supposed to be winning and thriving in.
same. I'm a double back right to what you had asked me about a little while ago. But I love our people, and I love to see our people doing good. Right? I was just
Yeah.
laughing earlier because I seen this interview with this artist that I regularly wouldn't be checking for, but in this little interview, this clip, this artist, man, she got like the craziest accent, the thickest accent, and she's just mad sweet and pure, like in the accent. She just put me in. I was like, I rock with her. Yeah, I really like her. Um,
Oh,
uh,
I think I may have saw the same as that interview.
yeah, I
You
know you
talk
how
about
you know exactly what I'm talking about,
you
right?
talk about Glow. Yeah, she got
Yeah,
that
yo,
Memphis.
yo.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, she a sweetheart, yo. Her
yeah,
personality really pulls you in, man. She a
yeah,
sweetheart. So yeah, I mean that made me smile, but I love our people.
yeah,
Um, Tout Noir is a special song because in love of our people and respect for our people too. It's important sometimes to just hold up a mirror. You know what I mean? To hold up a
yeah,
mirror, and a lot of I'm raising sons, and so I be having to have interesting talks with my sons to prepare them for the world. And I
Yeah.
tell them, like, you gotta be careful because a lot of these young women that are growing up today, the mindset that they growing up in we're growing up with
Come
is a
on.
real dangerous one. You know what I'm saying? Is this
Facts.
through the music and the culture and the control of what is being put out on the airwaves and the TV and being presented to our people? Is this There's this mindset and culture
Come on.
of prostitution. That's
Yes.
straight up what it is, yo.
Yes.
You gotta pay
Facts.
me for my time. You gotta pay me for this prostitution. You can call it
Facts.
whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But young girls is growing up like, yo, this is the way. I'm gonna show my ass, shake my ass to this.
Come
Fuck
on.
them. You gotta
Preach.
pay me for a cat. Nah, yo, you know what I'm saying? That ain't it. You know what I'm
That
saying?
ain't
And
it.
so yeah, and so I had to I had to create something to address that. I felt I had to create something to address that.
Yeah.
I hold up a mirror a lot of times in the music that I make, um, including like to critique self. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I think that's important because most of the music, if not all of it, is really a reflection of the mindset of the people and what's
Yeah.
happening in society. So
Come on.
yeah, Tout Noir was important for me to show. You know what I'm saying? The 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 negative aspect of that kind of culture and lifestyle.
Yeah.
In the same way that in some of my music, when it comes down to what's going on in the streets and dealing with any kind of crime, I'm giving you the consequences. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
I'm giving you like the
Come
flip
on.
side of things because a lot of cats. I know there's a lot of cats that ain't even qualified to talk about things. They try to glorify
Exactly.
and, and present things in a manner that's misleading. Mostly because they was also giving it like this is the blueprint of what you got to do. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember listening to, like, I would say the first year of rapping, my first year, a lot of them tracks are never going to see the light of day, so nobody asked for them. You feel me? But those those tracks, they were all because of I was 16 at the time, so like you listen to them things, it's all about what I was doing at the time, wrestling, because I love professional wrestling coming up, the movies I watched, all the the lame metaphors and wordplay I was using, it was that. Then I got with another group of talent there because I also always knew how to engineer. I just was just blessed to pick that up quick. So I got some different cats that I'm rocking with now, and a lot of them were street rappers or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm hearing it. And when I rap with them, some of them like, oh man, jump on the collab or whatever. So in the collab, talk about what's in the trunk, what's this, what's that, and to me, I'm looking at it as, oh, it's the gimmick that's being played right now. I wasn't really looking at it like, oh, this, a real life reflection of what it is. And even though I didn't stay on that vibe for too long, then it upgraded to when I was actually out in clubs and partying and doing that. I'm actually in these spaces and I'm like, I'm just thinking purely entertainment. And there was a situation where now years gone by, got me a studio, got these clients in or whatever. This cat that came through was somebody was like a fan of mine from back in the day. He do music now, so he had a whole entourage come in the studio. So there's a part in his verse where he shouted out a line for one of my songs, and the line is 2% chaser, the rest liquor. My tolerance for alcohol is off the Richter because I'm one of them. For whatever reason, my tolerance dumb high. I can drink. I won't even get tipsy. It's just alcohol poisoning. It's crazy. So I said that in the song. So dude thought it was the coolest thing. So I noticed they didn't have a third verse in it. This was the days back when songs used to be long. We had these 2-minute, 1-minute situations. So I did a cool little breakdown, like boom, 2% chaser, the rest liquor, doing to the whole studio, everybody going crazy. You feel me? So some change later, my dude's sister and her boyfriend, which was also at the studio, they was in a terrible car wreck. Sister passed. So I'm like, dang, dog. So I'm, condolences, this or that, what happened. He was like, remember how crazy my sister boyfriend were going while we was at the studio? Like, yeah, the one that was on the 2% chaser that was doing all that. He's like, yeah, he started drinking his liquor, 2% chase, and now he driving around drunk all the time and got into an accident. So immediately I knew that I didn't put the bottle with his hand, but I was like, dang, the music is influential. We make some of this stuff sound cool. And then that immediately took me to a Facebook memory that gave me of, my young sister. She probably 4 at the time, 4 or 5. And she rapping one of my songs, got a lot of babies in my condo. I'm like, no, I don't need her. Talk about a lot of babies. No, she'll need to think that's cool that a whole bunch of girls in the condo with it. Yeah, so immediately that changed for me. And now I know like anything that's spit now is what's actually, like I saw it that way. It wasn't just entertainment no more. This stuff is very influential and it's the soundtracks of our lives.
Well, again, there's a lot to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot, especially when you got the eyes to see.
Come on.
You're gonna be able to really identify what's being done, right? Because it's social engineering, right? It's and first of all, condolences to anybody that has lost a loved one due to drinking and driving. You know what I'm saying? I lost a couple of family members, including one of my brothers about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
So, condolences to anybody that's suffering from taking a loss, dealing with that. In this country, powerful companies are able to put money in a different ciphers, different circles to be able to influence people to promote what it is that they selling.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna get songs like you're gonna get the Ciroc Boys and you're gonna get the Pastor Cavassiers and you're gonna get the certain things that shifted our culture. Sipping on some scissor was a catalyst, right? And I don't want to point the finger at people. I'm identifying like certain powerful organizations are able to say, we're gonna put dollars here, and now artists are going to be talking about this and going to be
exactly
right. And so this is what we're seeing. Responsibility is everything.
Yeah.
And again, I'm a follower before anything, and I'm real conscious about what it is that I'm showing.
Yeah.
What I'm showing my children and everybody around me. Myself, I gotta do right with myself, because otherwise I'm gonna have that in my mind. You know what I mean, as well. Alcoholism is a big deal in our community.
Yeah.
And look, I grew up. I chuckle when you talk about tolerance, because I've been well known. My cousin was laughing at me the other day. He like, yo, man, like you used to be the Henny King, like drinking every day and all that. But yeah, things are different. Especially when you know better and
exactly
the importance of this
this
vehicle.
temple.
Yeah, this vehicle that we moving around in every day, this body. If you ain't putting the right gas, the right fuel in it, you're gonna experience some problems. Moving through the world.
Facts. Got lupus. So once I was diagnosed with it and realized a lot of the things that now triggered my body because of the lupus, like I get inflammations and certain things easily. And it's like, oh Lord. So without it, I was already putting the craziness in. Now that I got it, it's like, now it ain't just putting it in and you're going to feel it later on down the road. Now you're going to feel it in about 10 minutes. So I had to get the wake up call. So many people hit me with the, oh no, you're a child of God and you're just healed and I'm like, I hear all that and trust me, but I'm like, it's powerful to me because to me it's a blessing in disguise to get it. Since having it, being diagnosed, and the lifestyle change, best thing that ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And I always feel like when you look at things, no matter what the situation is, people got the glass half full. To me, I always look at things the glass full. Even if it's this much water, the rest of the air is there's the other air glass full. You feel me? Is when you look at it in those eyes, I just feel like things are um they're a lot positive. You can work with a lot of that, and it ain't a naive point of view. It's just not letting negative things that you can't control, stop you. And when you have that positive outlook, now when the negative things are there, you got the power and the idea and the wisdom to shut that down, prevent it from next time, learn from that mistake, use it as a teaching moment. So yeah,
Absolutely.
bro.
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody that's dealing with an autoimmune disease.
Yeah,
Anybody that's suffering from lupus. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Not for nothing. There's a lot of health conditions that our people suffer from.
Yeah.
You know, lifestyle, diet and lifestyle is are often the remedies for these situations, yo. You know what I mean?
Come on.
You're
And
dealing
shout
with
out to
inflammation.
black men because I learned, with having lupus, and I'm having it for like the last few years now. I've been to a lot of lupus walks and things of that nature. And when I went to my first one, I found out that out of all the population who got lupus, 10% of that are men, and 90% of that 10% are black men. And I got to meet, some very amazing kings. You feel me? And meeting a lot of them, they are ashamed to admit that they got it because they're like, oh, it's a woman's disease. So that's just a whole community. I've spoken to so many people to where I've been able to be an influence and to able to be some encouragement for them to not to not claim what it is they have, and to, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't have to be ashamed of having this. Like, the fact that you doing this, that's just your strength. A lot of people can't do, what with lupus. You automatically, there's a saying that's like, I'm not lazy, I just have lupus. Because what it does, I deal with it every day. I've just got to the point to where I can conquer it. Is when you wake up, I gotta get up and wash my face. You have to, you gotta cook. Oh, I gotta turn on the stove. And it's an immediate feeling of not wanting to do, and you gotta conquer it. You have to conquer that. And I was letting them know, I said, the fact that you getting up to conquer this, and you here at this event, and you doing this and you doing that, and I was like, that's something to be proud of. We strong. That's what we built. And it's just been inspiring to be a part of that community. So I just wanted to take that time to shout out, the black men that are of the lupus community, and y'all keep fighting. You feel me?
Love and respect, yo.
Yeah, man.
Yo, can you give me like 2 seconds?
Yep. So there's been so many gems dropped in this interview. Everybody that's watching, you're welcome for us giving you all these life lessons for free. Um,
You're welcome.
you know what I'm saying? So right now, floor is yours. Any lasting message that you want to leave with the people, go ahead.
Go to my website right now. It's o7space.com. OSVN SPACE. Pick up this project. This is Voila 2. Right? Pick up Voila 2, pick up Voila 1. Oh, hold on. Check it out. Hold on.
Come on, man. Y'all see what it is. Y'all see what it is. You feel me?
I want to make sure I do this right.
Yeah.
Check it out, right? Check it out. Art is heavily influencing in everything I do. Major shout out to Anthony Moensi, who's my cousin. Who's my cousin, who's an incredible painter and visual artist, and my cousin Victor Armadeus, based out of London, who's a really dope producer. We got
Come
a
on.
special project coming out, a collaborative project between the three of us called The Abstract, and that's gonna be dropping within the next 2 months or so.
Let's go.
Stay tuned for that. There's gonna be a lot of dope artwork and merchandise around that, and just some really fresh stuff for the people. Everything I do is centered around art. And his art form, out on his art form. Major
Yeah.
shout out to my brother Supreme Sniper, who did the original artwork for Voila One.
Come on.
You know
Let's
what I'm
go.
saying? There's an actual painting. You know what I'm saying? I got like this.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me see. See that?
Yeah.
All right. And so,
Amazing.
yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of this stuff available. This is the cover for the second one. Shout out to this incredible artist out of Jersey named Dozy Arts.
Yes, sir. Shout out
All
Dozy
right.
Arts.
All right. And this is a actual painting with Fibonacci or the golden ratio used to make it. You could buy some really dope merch on my site, including this Fly by Nature hat right here. You know what I mean, this one as well. There's tons of
Yeah.
other stuff. I'm currently out on some really dope projects. Piece of the gods of earth. I really did recently did a really dope performance. Shout outs to 1,000 Words, Born Allah, Inf Mega,
Come on.
Sunyez Allah, um, everybody at the law school had this really dope show out there called City of Gods, and some footage that's circulating online. You want to take a look at, and
Yeah.
all the incredible artists that were part of that. That were a part of that showcase. I'm on some really dope projects that are out right now, including something from the 17th Cipher. That's on all streaming platforms. Just look up the 17th Cipher,
Let's
right?
go.
And that's spelled Cipher, right? Um, look that up on all streaming platforms, and I'm on a really dope joint on that called God's Grace, uh, featuring Noah the Flood, Sunyaz Allah, DM is the producer, and this other artist is escaping me right now, but really dope joint.
Yeah.
I'm on this project that's out right now. This is called Everything Must Go, by
Let's
Dozer
go.
the Drug Dealer and his real ill producer
Yeah.
from, I want to say, Spain. His name is Machacha. But
Let's
yeah, man,
go.
really dope project. It's called Everything Must Go. I'm on a song called Cookies on that. I'm on this really dope project right here called Smack on Wax by William Bostic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sure that y'all go
Yeah.
and get that too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. I'm on this really dope project called In the Day of the Night by my brother
Yeah.
Lifelong, Liggy Lifelong, and a really dope artist known Chomsky.
I'm just
You know
loving
what I
that
mean?
I'm seeing CDs right now, bro.
Oh yeah. It's real dope, yo.
I'm loving that I'm seeing CDs right
Yo,
now.
it's cassettes too. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of stuff, yo. There's a bunch of stuff, yo. But it's even more stuff coming too. I'm gonna have some
Yeah.
physical copies of Voila available as well,
Nice. Nice.
real soon, and quite a few things. So just stay tuned. You want to make sure that you go to 07space.com. You know what I mean?
Come
I know
on.
you're gonna have that flashing at the bottom. That's OSVNSPACE.com. And you
Yeah.
can follow me on social media _OSVN
I,
underscore.
I know you got the remix too that's featuring I think you got Skrilla. Um
Oh yeah, yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, yo. First of all, shout outs to my brother Rod the Blizz, who's been doing a bunch of really dope remixes, and my
come on.
brother if Infinite Thought Allah, who's been doing a bunch of ill remixes and stuff. And these brothers are heavily involved in what I'm creating.
Yeah.
Uh, peace to my Gemworth family on the West Coast. Uh, I'm back and forth. They're heavy. So there's his brother Tech the Super Latin, who's also known as Brother Maz. He's on a remix of Kute. Shout out to Mr. Snow, who's from Cleveland, Arizona, who's on a remix. My
Yeah.
brother DJ Goins of Pitch Black, one of the groups that DJ Premier produced for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's on there. My brother Skrilla, Kayshawn Skrilla, incredible artist. He got some work out right now, including this single that's coming out with Ransom and some other dope artists as
Let's
well.
go.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all these brothers. Thank you for contributing. And the brother that produced Kute is an incredible talent. Cessless, much love and respect. Shout outs to him.
Yes, sir.
Shout outs to Checarelli who shot the video. Tadro Elite who edited the video. Peace to Jay Holly and Kasimala who are on the original Kute, which is also going to be available on all streaming platforms soon. But the remix is out now, so just make sure y'all tap in, man, and get in touch with what it is that I'm creating again.
Yes, sir. So right now, obviously, the original Kute right now. Y'all here, if y'all got Blaze It Up Radio, y'all know, y'all go and request it. All you gotta do is put 07 Kute is there. You get that exclusive. Whereas versus go to the Signature Series Network to see the piece of video where it's showing his verse or whatever. And like he said, on all streaming platforms, we'll get the whole song and the remix dropping to y'all, man. That's 07. This Blaze Hunter. Y'all see the verbiage at the bottom. Stop playing, go to 07 space, get the merch. I need me one of them hats, and I need that everything ain't for everybody shirt. So yeah, I'm logging on. We gonna make it happen. You feel me?
You already know. I'm gonna put together something special for you. Kute means listen. So you know what I'm saying, everybody go out, you know what I'm saying, tune in and listen to what your brothers out here
come on
in the world, putting in the universe. Love and respect to everybody that's out supporting what I'm doing, yo. Y'all know what it is. Love and respect, yo. Not bad.
Y'all know what it is, man. This is the dope bar. We out this beast.